Hi, this is Chef Kate from Tao LA. I'm here for Savor Pride, and I'm here to show you how to make one of our best sellers. It's a Ginger Honey Salmon. I would like to thank our sponsors. This is for Bud Light and Chase. Um, Now we are here to actually try to started for what actually started for Tao like 3 years ago. I came from New York and then I moved here in LA again and then I fell in love and never looked back again. So it was like a fun experience. And so far I've been rocking the kitchen. So let's start. Okay. So now we're actually having like a salmon dish. You have options to actually use your if you don't like fish, you can use tofu as an alternative. So right now we're using a salmon. It's a 7 ounce salmon. It's from North America salmon. Okay, and then the ingredients are basically it's just simple, like a lotus root. You can find it in any Asian groceries. It's basically a root from the lotus flower. Um, Sweet peppers. Um, Basically, we just cut it. I'll show you how to cut it. Pickled ginger, you can find it in any Japanese grocery as well. And green beans, basically. Okay. So how we cut the lotus root is basically we just maybe like a 1/4 inch thick, like this, okay, and make it a half moon, and that's about it. Yeah. So as you can see, the sizes are like basically half moons. You don't really it's you might think it might look like it's kind of hard vegetable. It's actually not. It's very crunchy. It's very good. It's very healthy. Yeah. So and it's a really cool shape. If you can see, like it's very unique. And then for the sweet peppers, I just need to clean it. Make sure you deseed it. Remove the seeds out of it. Like this. Oh, you guys have a questions? I see you have somebody watching us or have a question for me.
Yes, chef. On a busy night at Tao, how many guests do you serve?
Oh, on the weekends we average around 700 to 800 covers per night, and on the regular days like Sundays, we average around 400 to 500 covers. So, but right now we're actually like because of the COVID-19, we're basically like open only between 6 to 11 p.m. And we highly suggest that you make reservations because right now we're as you know, Tao is Tao, so we have a really having expected high reservation, but at the same time, our safety, the health of the guests and the employees or the kitchen, the staffs are our main priority. Of course, we wanted to serve you the best things in the menu. However, like we just wanted to make sure that we follow the rules and the guidelines of the health department. So yeah, now we're like, basically after I clean the sweet mini peppers, I just need to cut it in half. So the fillet, I sorry to forget. I forgot that. Make sure the salmon has no skin. Clean 8 ounces. So we're pretty much good to go. And then this basically you only need probably like a 1/4 cup of the sweet peppers, as well as the haricot vert. If you're familiar with haricot vert, just we call it haricot vert like in French style, but basically it's just green beans. We have so you just clean the ends, basically like you can see it. You just clean the ends and that's it. And then we have this pickled ginger. So pickled ginger, you can just buy it from any Japanese grocery. This is actually the ones that you see every time you order sushi. It's pretty much straightforward. It's not really like particular. So all we need to do is just get a piece, like make a bunch. You can just, and then you can julienne. When you say julienne, you just have like basically like long strips. It's not really like chop. So and that's about it. You just need like a probably like maybe 2 ounces. No, not even like an ounce of the pickle. One tablespoon basically. Yeah. And then now we go to the marinade. So the marinade actually, like the marinade consists of just honey, soy sauce, sake, and a teaspoon of grated ginger. Oh, I have a question again. What's your
Yes,
question?
Chef. Do you prefer wild or farm raised salmon?
We prefer wild, actually. Like, like it's for me personally, I love wild salmon. I'm not saying that like not wild salmon is like not good. It's just that like home like quality, like natural grown salmon is more like quality wise is good. The flavor is very much different. The texture of the quality of the meat itself when you cook it, it's really good. It's better. Yeah. Okay. And then now we're going to the marinade. So basically, it's just a 3 tablespoons of regular soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of sake, 1 teaspoon of honey, and half a teaspoon of grated ginger. So all you have to do is basically just like mix it all together. Yeah. Basically, mix it all together and make sure it's like room temperature or even cold, because you don't want to. It's not basically. It's supposed to be a marinade, so it's supposed to be cold, so that it won't damage or anything or cook your salmon. Okay. Now we put the salmon in the container and marinate it. So we marinate it for probably like 30 minutes. As you can see. So just, you see that? Yeah. So we need to marinate for 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, we actually pre-cooked it in the oven for 8 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So now we can actually start cooking. Oh, I have a question again. What's your question, please?
Yeah, Chef. How hot or spicy are those peppers?
Honestly, it's not that spicy. It's like bell peppers. It's actually on the sweet side. That's why it's called sweet mini peppers. It's actually a good pepper. If you wanted to put it in any stir-fry vegetable as well, it's perfect. It has this really, really small kick, like a bell pepper. So it's actually good. I like it. Okay. Now we're about to actually start searing. Like after 30 minutes, we start searing the salmon. Actually, it's easier for you to cook the salmon first before doing the veggies. Oh, I have a question again.
Yeah, Chef. How much testing do you have to do for a recipe before it goes on a menu?
Oh, usually before our R&D, usually our vice president for the menus basically try and do some recipes, and we try it and let the other chefs try it as well, and then we make it a special. So basically we're going to run it for probably a week or sometimes a month, and then we're going to figure out if it sells, and that's that, and we're going to decide if it's actually deserving to add in the menu. Or even if it didn't make it in the menu, we usually try it probably in a year or two, put it back as a special again. It's a good seller. So yeah, so now we're gonna see cook the salmon. Okay, so now the salmon, after you cook the salmon in the oven, I suggest you put it in 8 minutes, only for 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That's all, because you just wanted to pre-cook the salmon. Basically, it's almost raw because you still wanted to do the glaze. So I wanted to go first on the glaze and the sauce of the salmon. They're basically exactly the same. The only difference is how the texture of both sauce and glaze. So if we're talking about the sauce contains soy sauce, honey, mirin, grated ginger, butter, and you need a little potato starch with a cold water to thicken it up. It's not something that you really like have to like really thick, but at least to give texture to it. Mirin is basically like a, how do you say, like a Japanese like wine. So it's on the sweet side. It's like sake, but like mirin. So yeah. Um, so and then the glaze is basically like it's this exact same recipe: soy sauce, honey, mirin, ginger, and butter. But all you have to do is just boil it and cool it down. That's all you have to do. The glaze is the one you brush on the salmon once after you pre-cooked it, and then you finish it in the oven. But now we actually like don't have access on the oven, so I can actually show you how to glaze it. Yeah, well, you can actually the glaze actually you can still use it for the next time. It's very storable. It doesn't go bad easily because of the soy base and the honey base, because of the sugar as well. So it's pretty much storable. You can use it next time if you think that it's a lot. I have another question.
Yeah, chef. Did you have a passion for cooking from an early age?
Honestly, I don't. I'm a late bloomer. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I know how to cook. I love to eat. That's my number. I fell in love. Like I love eating. My family doesn't have any vices. Doesn't drink. Doesn't smoke. But the thing is, like, we always have to eat. Like, there's always when we get together, we always end up like having so much food and not even getting up. From lunch to dinner, we're just on the dining table, just talking, having like the time of our life, and love trying new food. I love going to the restaurant. However, when it comes to restaurants, when I graduated my first bachelor's degree, I was really into like advertising or communications. However, it didn't work out pretty well for me because I don't know, I got bored, and I was like I tried to figure out what I really want. And I have few friends who are actually into culinary, and I tried it and I never looked back. So yeah. So now like we're gonna do so after actually I have here a salmon that is already pre-cooked. All I need to do is basically like glaze it. So what I'm gonna do is put a little yeah, put it at the salmon in here. As you can see, this is the pre-cooked salmon. I have to glaze it. Okay. As you can see, while I'm glazing it, I'm preheating the pan just to make sure so that I can put it in the pan. Because sometimes I don't know, like you guys might your oven might not be available at the moment. You can actually do it in a pan. So while it's already hot, put the salmon in here. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but like I'm gonna put a little sauce on the pan, and then just to preheat the sauce as well. I mean the sauce, not the sauce. My bad. It's just the glaze, just to make sure. I'm making sure that it's a glaze. Watch the fire because it's made of honey and sugar. I mean it's sweet. There's a mirin for that and honey, so it gets burnt easily. So you just glaze it until it's cooked on the right side. So you just put it in the medium heat as well, so you won't burn the sugar and the glaze in it. So basically, you just glaze it like this, just to give color as well. And then it's up to you. The standard temperature for the fish is like 135 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you want it more well done, it's up to your taste. You know what I mean? Yeah, now it smells really good now. Like the color is perfect. Now I think it's like almost done. The glaze is perfect. So now we can just set it aside. I have a question now again.
Yeah, chef. Does this recipe work with any other fish, like tuna or something?
Tuna, definitely yes. However, because of the ginger, one of the major recipe or major ingredients in sauce and the glaze, and even the marinade is ginger. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of like ginger on other fish, but tuna, yes. Probably like a sea bass, I mean, not sea bass, sorry, a snapper. A steamed snapper, you can put it like the sauce and the marinade. You can actually steam it and put the glaze. That would be perfect. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm preheating the next pan for the veggies. We just put a little oil in it just to saute for it. Okay. So like for sauteing, make sure your pan is hot and don't put a lot of oil. You don't want to be too oily, like like you just wanted to make sure that everything is like you don't want to overcook, and just use a regular oil or a blended oil. It's up to your like whatever you want. You can use if you want it on. If you like olive oil, that's fine. Um, but we usually use blended oil. Okay, so we start with all the veggies. I'll put the sweet peppers. So the sweet peppers is basically like half cup. Okay. Same as the lotus root. As you can see, it's like half moons. It does give factor of like having like the how the lotus root actually looks like, and the brightness of the sweet peppers is actually good. When you see it, but later on you will see it on the plate. It's really nice to look at too. Like you're gonna end up like, oh, you don't even want to touch your food because it's like it's really nice. And then the green beans. Okay. Now we're like waiting, we're sauteing. So while we're sauteing the veggies, I have another question.
Yeah, chef. East Coast versus West Coast cooking. How are guests' tastes different?
What I've noticed, because I worked in New York as well. So what I've noticed is that here in LA, they're more health conscious. On the other than like in New York, they're more like adventurous. They wanted to try everything. They're the opportunities of like taste are endless here. So now I have nothing against with people who's like having preference with their food, but I feel like it's more diverse in New York when it comes to food. And here they're more aware, they're more health conscious, and they wanted like more healthier things. So like one of the things that I love, I'm born and raised in the Philippines. Pork is one of my go-to meat, and it's hard to find a really good pork recipe or a restaurant that specializes in pork here in LA. But in New York, it's pretty much like everywhere. I can go anywhere, and then I know for a fact there's a really good pork belly in this place. So if I go to uptown or downtown, I can see something else. You know what I mean? So yeah, now while I'm still searing it, you wanted to at least give color to it, but at the same time you don't want to overcook it. For me personally, I wanted there's a little crunch on the veggies. Yeah, as you can see, you don't want to overcook it, but brighten the color. Make sure that the color is bright, but not burnt. And then it's your own preference actually. Like if you wanted to be overcooked and really mushy vegetable, but me personally, I like it with a little crunch. And I have another questions.
Yeah, chef. What kind of oil do you use there?
I just use a regular blended oil. Yeah, it's basically made of what you call this regular vegetable oil. Yeah, so yeah, now that the veggie is almost cooked, we just need to put a little salt and pepper with it. Okay, now do we have another question?
Yeah, chef. What are some of your favorite kitchen gadgets to cook with?
Of course, my knife. This is one of my favorite knives. Obviously, it's rainbow, so it's one of the things that I love the most. I try to sharpen it most of the time. And also my spatula. I didn't bring it, it's actually on the side, but it's a good thing that you have a spatula and a thong. Because like with the thong, you can use it with steaks, with anything else, even veggies. With the spatula, if you're on this fish station, you can just take care of you can make love to your fish without even breaking it. So it's a good thing to have in your knife bag. So yeah, we're almost done. Like the veggies done. So I can just like, now we put it on the plate. I have a plate here. So we put it in the middle.
Okay, go ahead and fly the question mark again.
Okay. Hi, I have another question.
Do you have any favorite TV chefs?
Oh, TV chefs. Unfortunately, like one of my top chefs is like if you like Art Anthony Bourdain, because one of my dreams is basically travel. That's all I've been one. I love traveling. I travel as much as I can and try different food. However, obviously I can't do jobs, but the thing is that's what I've been like. That's why I'm in the kitchen watching Anthony Bourdain. Was like I feel like I was there. That's one of my icons when it comes to cooking and trying like traveling. It's basically all in one: food and travel. That's one of my passion in life. Yeah. So there. So as you can see, the veggies are all like pretty cooked and all. So now we put the fish. Okay. Okay. Put it in the middle. As you can see, there's a glaze already. Okay. And then don't forget your sauce that you made, actually the one with the potato starch. It's basically almost the same as the glaze, but this is a more thicker sauce. As you can see, there's a texture in it. So you just like basically like drizzle. It's up to you like on your liking. We can put it on the side of the sauce. The sauce can be on the side, and then we put garnish, and that's we put garnish as chives on top. See, there's the fish. Oh, I have a question.
Yeah, chef. What's the difference between a sauce and a glaze?
So basically, the glaze is the one we use to brush the fish, and then we finish it in the oven or broiler to give color. Yeah, and it's a yeah, but and the sauce is a little thicker, and it has like it basically gives flavor on the veggies itself. So it's usually used. The sauce is used on the veggie, and the glaze is for the fish. So I have another question.
Yeah, chef. What does pride mean to you?
It's a big thing for me. And like I give so much pride on me being gay, and on all these years, it's been like a really tough competition when it comes to kitchen. Like you always have to prove yourself, but um, that's why I try to like make sure like I support Pride here in LA, in New York. I try to like I was able to actually join the LA Pride. I was able to join the New York Pride before, and it was the most empowering thing that I've made like I've done in my life because I feel like I wasn't alone. I have so much support in and like like because you can't actually like avoid discrimination. You can't avoid it anywhere. But like the thing is like it's up to you. When you see other people who joins those kind of um, events, you tend to have like you feel like you actually belong and you're not different. You're basically you have someone who actually the same as you who can relate to you, and you can just like everything that happened to you in the past, you can just brush it off and like, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm not even alone. I'm fine. And even if I'm not friends with those other gays or other lesbians, I'm fine with it. But because I know for a fact they're still there. I'm not alone. So I feel like that's my pride. That's how pride is for me. So yeah. So now like actually like this dish is based like I tried doing. I did it this at home, and I was able to. It's a perfect match for Bud Light seltzer. It's a like yeah. So this is my favorite flavor. It's actually lemon lime. It's actually like really good with this. Like it gives kick because of the ginger as well, and the lemon lime. Like if you some people actually try to like squeeze some lemons as well, but it was actually good while drinking this already. It has 100 calories, so it's perfect. So we don't really need to like it's really light and bubbly. It's really like like refreshing because of the salmon and the veggies. It's very straightforward, so you don't really need any other drink. This is like a perfect thing for perfect drink for this dish. But please drink responsibly. Oh, I have another question.
Yeah, chef, that looks great. Do you have any tips for the home chefs out there?
Um, Honestly, for home chefs, don't feel worried. Don't worry about like say for example, if you see this dish on TV and you feel like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not a professional chef. No, you can cook it. You can make it if you really want. If you really love what you do, in anything actually, in anything you do in your life, cooking, whatever advertisement, I like. If you really put your heart to it and you have the determination to learn, you're gonna do it. Like simple stuff that like this, people think that it's like wow, it's a salmon, like it's hard to do. No, it's not. If you really wanted to learn, you can actually do it anywhere, anytime. Even if you're camping, I can guarantee you can still do it. So oh, I just want to mention in God's love, we deliver as well. Yeah, we deliver home cooked meals. So we'd like to let's give a support. We cook and deliver for 10,000 meals every weekday, and 5,000 individuals each weekday. So please support. Oh, I have another question.
Yes, chef. Can you do me a favor? Can you take a taste and tell us what it tastes like?
Oh, sure. That was good. Let's see. Mm, that's right. The salmon is not dry at all. The marinade really do helps that makes the salmon fresh and not dry when you cook it. Even if you sear it, because people think when you sear a fish, it gets dry and it's very prone to overcook it. But the marinade actually helps to make it like really like not even flaky. It's like really soft and moist. Okay, don't forget to, by the way, oh, I have another question.
Yeah, chef. I was going to actually ask, what are some of the other flavors you have on the table? And I know you have a favorite, but which one do you think goes great with this dish?
Honestly, like one of my favorite is this and the strawberry. It's very different. You might think like ginger and strawberry, like no, come on. People think that differently, but look at the drinks, the alcohol that we usually make. Is to have different flavors. Try it. The sweetness of the strawberry. If you're on the sweet side, I think this is perfect because this is a sweet. dish with a sweet drink, bubbly, seltzer, perfect. Thank you for your standing by for watching me. This is Chef Kate. I just wanted to say thank you as well to our sponsors. That's Bud Light, Chase here in Tawa Lake. And also God's Love We Deliver. Don't forget, this is the donation link. It's www.glwd.org/donate/savor-pride. And also we wanted to thank you, New York Pride, as well, for all your support and much love. And also, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, try this at home. Don't worry, it's very easy to make. You're gonna love it. Thank you.